Good morning, students, staff, parents. Welcome to our awards assembly for high school for this year. We're excited that you have taken the time to join us. Thank you for the efforts that you have put in. This morning, we'll be taking time to give honor to God first and foremost, but also to some of you students and to staff and volunteers. Number of people involved in the successes that have been accomplished this year. Romans 13:7 says, give to everyone what you owe them. If you owe taxes, pay taxes. If revenue, then revenue. If respect, then respect. And if honor, then honor. 1 Corinthians 12:6, Paul is teaching about the unity that should be in the body of Christ. And in verse 26, he writes, if one part suffers, every part suffers with it. If one part is honored, every part rejoices with it. Not everyone wins an award each year, but we can be thankful and happy for those that do. They are part of our school, and we can be thankful for the blessing that they are receiving. For those who do win awards, and some of you multiple awards, 1 Corinthians 4:7 has some admonition for you. For who makes you different from anyone else? Why do you, what you have that you did not receive? And if you did receive it, why do you boast as though you do not? So God gave you the gift of being fast or strong or smart, whatever's causing you to win this award. Be humble and recognize while you did work to achieve it, it's really God that should be getting the glory. And you should thank him for helping you and allowing you to develop those gifts. So let's get started. Beginning with our perfect attendance awards, Miss Barbie is going to acknowledge those.
Hello, challengers. It is a joy to be with you. We have missed you here. However, you've still been coming to school, and so that counts towards perfect attendance. The Perfect Attendance Award recognizes students who have been absent anywhere from 0 to a half day. So we have a few students who, even through the craziness of last winter's sickness and illness, made it to school to earn perfect attendance. Congratulations to Alina Bursa, Catalina Cuevas Alegria, Caitlin Doty, Takoa Groff, Sharon Jin, and Tom Liu. You guys did an outstanding job in making sure that you were at school every day, and that commitment will serve you well in the future. Congratulations. So I will step aside and return the podium back to Mr. Butler for the Presidential Award for Excellence.
The Presidential Award for Educational Excellence is given to 12th grade students who have achieved that following criteria: a score of 85% or higher on standardized achievement tests, whether that be the ACT, the SAT, or the PSAT, and a cumulative average of 90% or higher in all of 9th, all of 10th, all of 11th, and the first semester of 12th grade. Some students would have achieved it, except for any one of those categories knocks them out. However, there are 6 students this year who have achieved the Presidential Educational Excellence Award, and they will receive their certificates on Sunday at graduation. So congratulations to Nathan Anderson, Maya Baki, Beth Berkowitz, Alexis Okus, Connor Polster, and Ryan Rockwell. Please congratulate these scholars when you see them. Very well done. I would now like to call Ms. Painter to recognize our National Honor Society chapter officers.
Hello. All right, so we want to just honor our officers that we had this year. So our Honor Society president was Connor Polster, vice president Alexis Okus, secretary was Maya Baki, treasurer is Kelton Staxton, and our publicity coordinator, Beth Berkowitz. Thank you so much for your service this year. God bless you.
Our next award comes from the Trailways Conference. So those of you involved in athletics, some of you have received the honor of being first team all conference, second team all conference, honorable mention. The Trailways Conference also offers something called all conference academic honors. And here are the criteria to achieve that. Student must have completed 4 semesters in high school and maintained a cumulative GPA of 3.5. So for freshmen and sophomores, this is not even a possibility. Juniors and seniors are eligible. A student, in addition to having the 3.5 GPA, must have one of the following testing qualifications: a selection index of 156 or above on the PSAT, a combined score of 1,150 or above on the SAT, and a composite score of 25 or above on the ACT. Again, there were students who maybe had a higher GPA, but fell 1 short. There was one person with a 155 instead of the 156. I wanted desperately to give that award, but the integrity says it was not earned. So if you came close, just work a little harder next year and perhaps that honor will be yours. So all conference academic honors go to seniors: Nathan Anderson, Maya Baki, Beth Berkowitz, Emma Kim, Alexis Okus, Connor Polster, Ryan Rockwell, Monade Saya, Emma Seehafer, Kelton Staxton. And juniors: Seth Byington, Alicia Chapin, Kate Doty, Ethan Graham, Blake Johnson, Ojin Kim, Dane Kanak, Stephen Lumens, Ephraim Lundgren, Ben Marthaler, and Savannah Perkins. Each year, we also recognize our valedictorian and salutatorian. That award goes to the 2 students with the highest GPA at the end of the 7th semester. So through all of the freshman, sophomore, and junior year, and the first semester of the senior year, earning the valedictorian honor with a grade point average of 4.2382. This year is Alexis Okus. Congratulations, Alexis. Salutatorian, earning that honor with a grade point average of 4.167 is Maya Baki. Congratulations, Maya. Each year, most years, the Trailways Conference hosts an academic honors banquet. This year, with the COVID health crisis, that did not happen. However, Alexis and Maya both were given the opportunity to name significant educators that would have been their guests at the banquet. And Alexis chose Mr. Palmer as her significant educator, and Maya chose Mrs. Finley as her significant educator. So congratulations to those 2 teachers and to all the staff for helping them achieve all that they have learned. This time, I would like to turn it back to Ms. Farby for some scholarship announcements.
Thank you, Mr. Butler. 15 years ago, the Abundant Life Christian School Foundation presented its first ever scholarships to the graduates of the class of 2006. Since that time, the foundation has received several major gifts, with the majority of those funds dedicated to scholarships to help ALCS families afford tuition. The Lord has blessed our graduates through the foundation, and I'm proud to be a member of the board and to share this information with you. This year, members of the class of 2020 will be receiving $4,000 in scholarships funded through the ALCS Foundation. On Sunday, May 31st, the following scholarships will be presented at graduation: the Valedictorian Scholarship, the Salutatorian Scholarship, the Citizenship Scholarship, the Jill Rao Honorary Outstanding Volunteer Scholarship, Culvers of Cottage Grove Road Leadership Scholarship, the David M. Haugen Honorary Award Outstanding Senior Athlete Scholarships, and our Fine Arts Scholarships, representing the Outstanding Senior in Art Scholarship, Outstanding Senior in Band Scholarship, Outstanding Senior in Music Scholarship, and the Outstanding Senior in Drama Scholarship. Members of the classes of 2021, 2022, and 2023, I'd like to speak to you for a moment. I believe that God will continue to bless the ALCS Foundation. As that happens, and as our resources grow, there will be even more scholarships available for you and for the graduates at those times. Let me encourage you to make the most of your God-given talents and the opportunities that will present themselves to you in the coming months and years. You never will be sorry if you give your very best to God. Thank you so much, and I will turn it back to Mr. Butler.
We've got several recognitions.
No, it's not just me.
Okay.
Special recognitions.
We have special recognitions from a number of different activities that go on throughout the year. I would like to begin those special recognitions by calling Mr. White up for worship and tech team.
Well, we certainly weren't able to enjoy worshiping together in the same way in the fourth quarter. One of the things that really makes being here special is the way that we get to worship together, and the way that I'm able to work with students to make that happen is a dear treasure to me. I really appreciate all the students that get involved in the worship and tech teams. They make our chapel times so memorable and really worth coming to. So with that, I just want to recognize those that were a part of the worship team and tech team. On the worship team, we have Maya, Beth, Ellie, Ethan, Matthew, Emily, Emma, Hojun, and Ben. Thank you so much for sharing of your musicality and your talents and your heart. And on tech team, we have Daniel, Nathan, Mara, Faith, Ethan, Blake, Stephen, and Kelton. Thank you so much. You make us look and sound good, and your work is often unsung, but it is well noted by me and appreciated by all. Thank you so much for your service to our school.
Hello, challengers. So if you drive past the school, you see our ALCS road sign. And when I had the opportunity to come to ALCS and take that over, I said, I'm happy to write what goes on it, but please don't make me go out. And so the road sign crew was created. And these are amazing students who give up their time either after school or from a study hall to go out in the winter, even when it's snowy, or sometimes on very hot days in the spring, not this spring, but usually in the spring or in the fall. And I'm so very grateful for the service that they provide to us and to keep people updated. It's amazing how many people tell us, I learned about that from your road sign. People do look at it. So thank you to our sophomore representative, TJ Knudsen. Yay, TJ. He was new to the team this year, but absolutely contributed. And while many of you have been gone here this fourth quarter, TJ has popped in to change the road sign for us, and I greatly appreciate that. Our junior representative is Tommy Mickey, and he will be stepping in as our senior leader next year because we are saying goodbye to Alex Miller, our senior leader, for the past 3 years, Alex has been a part of the team and a very valuable member. So we wish Alex all the best, and we thank him for his years of service. Finally, normally at this time, I would introduce our freshman representative, but given the fact that we haven't had that opportunity to talk with them because we haven't been in school, we'll make that announcement in the fall and invite one of our sophomores to join the team. So be on the lookout for that. So thank you so much to TJ and Tommy and Alex for their service to the school. It is greatly appreciated.
Hello, ALCS Challengers. It was my pleasure to serve as your PE teacher this year. Because of the strange fourth quarter that we had, we're unable to do fitness testing this last quarter, so we're not going to be presenting any fitness awards. But as followers of Jesus Christ, we know that how we compete and how we do things in life and in athletics and in PE class is more important than the successes that we achieve along the way. So we will be presenting sportsmanship awards today to 2 individuals. The criteria for the sportsmanship award, there's 4 criteria. I'm just going to read those off. Number 1, they show consistent encouragement of their classmates in PE. Number 2, they give their best effort always in PE class. Number 3, they're humble in their successes and in their victories. And number 4, they're gracious and even congratulatory in defeat. And our award winners, I'll just talk a little bit about the first one, Seth Byington. Seth does his very best, not to showcase his athleticism, because he's extremely athletic, but because he wants to do well and he wants to honor God. Seth treats his classmates in PE with respect and can often be seen building other people up. And we all respect the humility with which Seth conducts himself. So congratulations, Seth. And the second person is Kailua Rhodes. Kailua, in a class with 2 or 3 other girls and 19 pretty rowdy boys in her particular section, that did not stop her from putting in her best effort and from mixing it up. It would be easy to shy away in that situation, but she didn't. And she always treated her classmates and opponents with honor and respect along the way. So congratulations, Seth and Kailua. Next we have Mrs. Pierce.
I want to recognize this year's yearbook students. So the yearbook students this year really focused in their attention to every detail of our school yearbooks. I think the product turned out phenomenal, and I hope you guys do too. I could not have asked for a more organized, dedicated, hardworking, and fun group. They really worked together well. This year, Monady and Elizabeth stepped up, and they were our class leaders. They helped make sure things moved forward and that we met all of our goals. I would like to announce that Monady and Elizabeth both have received the Outstanding Yearbook Leadership Award. And then Ethan and Kara were our other half of our awesome team. Both of them significantly added to our yearbooks, and I'd like to announce that they both will receive the Outstanding Yearbook Designer Award. I'd also like to take a moment to recognize this year's Pep Club. I have enjoyed my role as a Pep Club advisor again this year. I have an awesome team of students who really like to promote school spirit and have a lot of fun. I'd like to recognize the 2019-2020 Pep Club cabinet members. President, Beth Berkowitz. Administrator, Emma Seehafer. Publicity leader, Alina Bursaw. And events leader, which we had a team of Emily Hansen and Alexis Okus.
Congratulations again on all those achievements. There's much to be thankful for in what has been accomplished and the resilience that was learned in the face of a year that none of us anticipated would be like it is. That leads me to the recognition of our staff. While you have not been here at school, I've been here every day, and I've seen the staff work from the time that it was announced that we were not allowed to return to school up until today. And they have been respectful of the public health guidelines which we've been given. Social distancing has happened, but they've also been very faithful. On very short notice, they learned we were going to have to do distance education. Many of them gave up their spring break and worked straight through, actually more hours than they would have in a regular teaching week, to make distance education possible for you. And it hasn't been perfect, but it has been successful. And I want to just take time to acknowledge all of them. The whole team here at Abundant Life has gone way above and beyond, but specifically want to thank the teachers. So Mr. Adams, teaching both some middle school and high school classes, first year full-time, terrific job. We are sad to see him moving back to Arizona, but very thankful for the time that he has been here with his family and will be fondly remembered. Mrs. Copland, also teaching middle and high school classes. More involved this year than ever, actively engaged in personally mentoring students as well as working with the classes that she taught. So I'm excited to see her continue to grow. Our lead middle school teacher, Miss Haney, fabulous job, encourages to mentor many of you in high school, even though she doesn't have you in class anymore. Always energetic and enthusiastic in what she does, and praying for you, even if you're not in her class any longer. Mr. Lenhair, our lead high school teacher, does a phenomenal job with our crown jewel of high school, basically the world religions and worldviews class, giving you an understanding of what you're headed into, especially seniors as you head out into the college and university sector, and will be dealing with competing worldviews. Ms. Painter, whether it's middle school math or AP calculus, outstanding job in helping you master those concepts of math and building towards the next year. We're very thankful for her service and for her years as Honor Society advisor. She has requested to retire from that position, so we'll be having a new Honor Society advisor next year, but we're very thankful for all of the years that Ms. Painter has put into leading our Honor Society crew. Mrs. Weber, new to the ALCS staff this year, but from the very get-go, wanted to be with the seniors because she knew she would have only 1 year with them, up till 3 a.m. in the senior girl cabin, and would have been on the senior trip had it been allowed to happen. So thank you for what you brought to our English department and your heart for our students. Look forward to what the Lord has in store in the future for you. Mr. Palmer, as evidenced by being chosen as a significant educator, cares not only about teaching why the Bible doesn't conflict with science, but about you as individual students, especially in his apologetics class. So thank you, Mr. Palmer, for his 30th year of service to our school. He joins a very exclusive club with only 4 members in it, reaching the 30-year mark this year. Mr. White, phenomenal job as a teacher and worship leader, technology guru, helping us make this transition into distance education. Certainly couldn't have done it without several key members in the staff, and he was right there in the thick of it with us from the very beginning. Mrs. Finley, also chosen as a significant educator for good reason. Will be greatly missed as she stepped away to tend to family priorities, and we applaud her in that decision, but has done a great job in advancing the Spanish skills of our whole faculty this year. Still remain a parent here, and we're glad that we'll still have a connection, even though she will not be here in the school every day. Mrs. Gruco, incredible job in terms of teaching art, but also demonstrating Christian principles, leading our ACT program. She's been passionate about human trafficking since before she came here and is imparting that passion to you. And so we're thankful for Mrs. Gruco and all that she does here. Mrs. Berg, we saw some significant growth in the band this year. So we're excited to see the band continue to grow. Thank you, Mrs. Berg, for what you did in making that happen. Pastor Sarah Carlin, very disappointed that the musical didn't happen as it typically would. Have not totally given up on still being able to do that, depending on what happens with the COVID regulations, whether we can pull that off mid to late summer. That's our last thing. If you had been privy to the conversations that we had about how can we do this for our students, know that that's her heart, and thank you for the excellence that you bring to our drama program. Mrs. Hurl in middle school computers and personal finance, high school personal finance and health, thank you for all of your efforts there and for the things that you helped us to move forward with this year. Mrs. Walker, only here 2 years, but did an incredible job of stepping into brand new to teaching, brand new to athletic director. Your leadership skills were in evidence, and we appreciate the advances that you helped us make there. We wish you the best. Dr. Thies, physical education, anatomy and physiology, head basketball coach, great job. We anticipated, because we knew him as an alumni, that he would step right in and shoot for excellence from day one. That's exactly what happened, and we're excited to see that continue this coming year. Ms. Flaherty, thank you for your music instruction the first half of the year. Appreciate all that you've taught in terms of musicality. And Mrs. Benjamin, thank you for stepping in and finishing out the year. This fourth quarter was rough. Trying to do music via distance education is very challenging. Thank you for working with us and being flexible as we try to work out the kinks in that. Mrs. Pierce, thank you for all that you do in the library, as well as publications, is main involvement at the high school level, but also being involved with PEP Club and a number of different things. Another of our alumni that came back, we expected great things, and you have not disappointed. So thank you for all that you've done there, especially as it relates to distance education. Another one of the people that made that transition possible, because you understood what the seniors all the way down to the younger students would need to be dealing with as they transition from traditional learning to doing it via distance. I could go on and on through the rest of the staff. They have all given extreme efforts to make this possible, and we'll be thanking them in our teacher and faculty wrap-up session on Monday. But we wanted to focus today particularly on the teachers, because they are the ones that you've involved and missed the most, probably, as you've not been able to come into school here. So that brings toward a conclusion our high school award ceremony. Middle school will have their own separate award ceremony at 6:30 this evening, because that's the time that the survey said worked best for them. But I want to thank each of you for all that you have done. I look forward to seeing the 8th graders at their graduation on Friday evening, and the high schoolers at Madison International Speedway at 2 o'clock on Sunday, as we celebrate your drive-through graduations in the way that the health department is allowing us to do. Your report card instructions will be available, your report cards digitally, just as they were third quarter. They will be available online in about a week. So let's close in prayer. Father God, again, we want to thank you for your faithfulness, for helping us through the 2019-2020 school year. And Lord, we commit our students and their families to you, ask for your blessing on them, your continued protection over their health. And we ask for wisdom as we plan for the different contingencies that need to be in place as we approach the 2021 school year. Lord, we know that there will be no surprises with you, that you are more than adequate to meet the demands that we will be facing. And we're thankful that we can proceed with confidence because this is your school and we will be following your leadership. So bless each of the students and their families with a time of refreshing and restoration all throughout this summer. We commit it all to you in Jesus' name. Amen. Thank you and God bless.